Good morning, baseball fans, and a very happy Thursday as we wrap up the season. It is State Championship Thursday. We're glad to have the Division IV State Championship game for you right here on Zaleski Sports. My name is Mike Wendland, Dan Lau alongside me on the production side of things. Jason Zaleski's down on the field getting some highlight clips for us for later on this evening. It is Johnson Crick taking on Pacelli. And this is your Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. Locations: Church Street, Highway 10 East, and Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Look at these two teams. Johnson Crick picked up a 6-2 win over the Pittsville Panthers Tuesday morning. Right after that, Pacelli had a run rule 14-2 win over the Edgar Wildcats in a dominating performance and a record-setting performance from infielder Tomas Waymuro, who set the record for 3 triples in a single game in the state tournament. That being said, yesterday I had a chance to go and talk to Pacelli head coach Wayne Sankey and get his thoughts as Pacelli is appearing in their first state championship game since 2003. We're going to have that coming your way next after a quick word from our friends over at Auto Select as you're watching the Auto Select pregame show on Championship Thursday on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Our Auto Select pregame show continues here with Pacelli coach Wayne Sankey. And coach, last time you were at this point at state, this team wasn't even born yet. Yes, talk about the journey over the years, getting to this point and seeing this team grow.
First of all, I didn't even think of it that way, Mike. Thanks for the reminder that I am getting pretty old. It's been a great journey. These guys, I go back to 2 years ago with the senior class where they were winning that sectional championship game against Edgar and got beaten 8 innings. And then last year they punched the ticket to state, and we were winning again at the state tournament up on Oliva Strum, the eventual state champion, and got beaten the 6th inning there. They're on a mission this year. They got to where they need to be, the game they've been looking forward to the whole year. But I give them a lot of credit because they didn't look ahead. They concentrated. They were in the moment. Trying to take care of business one day at a time, the old cliche, but now tomorrow's the big one. Or today, I should say.
And you talk about just, it's the last time with these guys, so yes, talk about what the feelings are like for you as a coach and maybe for the guys as well, just knowing this is, for a bunch of them, the last time they're going to wear that red and white.
Right. We don't really talk about it that often, and I guess it really doesn't hit that much. We don't think about it until that does happen, and a special group of seniors for sure, been great leaders. And they just love the game of baseball, and they want to get better every single day, and that will definitely rub off on our underclassmen, and it's a set of precedents for us moving forward as well.
And then turning back to the game itself, you guys made a statement in the semifinal against Edgar, setting records offensively, one of the best performances this program probably has ever seen. Just talk about the momentum from that and seeing that kind of performance from this team in their second to last game.
Yeah, that was just a lot of fun. That game was a lot of fun for us. Of course, and guys just had great at-bats. We got the bunts down. We executed, for the most part, what we wanted to execute, and clutch hitting. Guy after guy in our lineup, not just our 3 and 4 hitters, obviously. They carried a lot of weight yesterday, but even the guys on the bottom of the order getting some big hits and hitting the ball hard for us.
And how big was it to only have to play 5? You're able to save all of your arms except for Kelton and be able to have now a pretty much full staff going into the championship.
Yeah, if you would have told me that prior to that game that we would be okay and we'd have everybody but Kelton, I'd take that any day. And that's big for us to know that, knowing that we have options coming out of the bullpen and what we want to do, and if we want to go to the bullpen early or if we want to ride Lucas a little bit longer, I have confidence in the guys that will be pitching for us.
On the other side as well, the defense was pretty strong in that semifinal, and it has been for especially for most of the series. Talk about the environment and the moment playing on that bigger field, how the players have adjusted.
They've been there before, and that's what I told them on the bus. Act like you've been here before, because you have, and they did that, and they've been playing good defense all season long. And if they do make an error, they pick each other up, and they know that their teammates have their backs, and that's what they're supposed to do. And that then in turn gives them more confidence to keep playing hard.
And you talk about that, and it seems like guys are pretty set in their positions. They know where they're going to be. You have one player who has been super versatile this year in Tomas. I guess talk about what he's brought to this team this year.
Yeah, you got to have that guy in a small school situation where he can play different types of positions, and that helps out. Early in the year, we had a couple injuries, or even had some moments where guys were sick and couldn't play games. And Tomas has moved all over for us, and he's just been willing to do that and be that guy, and that's a huge part of our success as well.
And now turning toward the game itself, Johnson Creek, you saw them a little bit as you were waiting for your game to start. They went through their number one as well, but their number two is fresh and ready to go. What did you see from them when you were studying to try and take advantage of what they can do?
We're looking at their stuff again before practice. We're just looking at a couple of their games, and we'll watch a little bit more here after practice. But they did throw their number two a little bit in relief. I wouldn't say he's 100% fresh. He threw 20-25 pitches, but you never know. Once you get out there, it's going to be anybody's game. Johnson Creek's a very good team. They've been down there a couple times now, and we just got to be ready to play our type of baseball.
And what does it mean for this program, for the school, to have these two trips, to have now your fourth trip and a chance for the gold ball?
It means a lot. It means that this work that these guys have put in has paid off, and they're excited, and we hope that the community and the school's just as excited as we are. It just means a lot for these, in particular, as we talked about earlier, the seniors for sure.
And this is the last event for our coverage, last event for you guys this year, I guess. Talk about just this year as a whole. I mean, it's been a pretty big year for Pacelli sports all around. Just kind of talk about the journey.
Yeah, our boys and girls basketball team to sectionals this year, and then we had some track athletes at state, some tennis athletes at state in the fall, and then softball's just been tremendous on a great run the last few years, and now hopefully we can close it out with that special trophy coming home today.
And then I guess lastly, because we hadn't recording this the day before, but what's the bus ride like on the way there and on the way back?
We'll go through a lot of stuff on the way there instead of waiting till we get to the field, because everything's in so much of a hurry compared to a normal game. Ins and outs are a lot quicker. You only get 8 minutes versus normally we would take 15. So we do some talking on the bus, prepare them on the bus, and that way once they get to the field, they're ready to go. And I think that really helped them out yesterday as well.
And then finally, what's this town going to be like if you guys get that gold ball, bringing it back to Stevens Point?
I think it'd be pretty cool. This is a baseball town, whether it's Spash or us. This has always been a strong community for baseball, and it would be nice to bring that gold trophy back.
So, Coach, thanks a lot, and best of luck.
All right, thanks, Mike.
That's Wayne Sank of the Pacelli Cardinals. The Division IV championship game is on the way next on Zaleski Sports.
Big thanks to Wayne Sankey talking with us over the course of the past few days for our pregame coverage here on Zaleski Sports. Your Auto Select pregame show continues here on this Thursday morning as we're waiting for our opening ceremonies to begin. Again, it'll be Pacelli and Johnson Creek. Pacelli, the home team, has the number one seed, 26-4 overall, the co-champs of the CWC South. Johnson Creek, 23-6. They were the 2 seed. They knocked off the other CWC South champ on Tuesday morning, taking down again Pittsville 6-2. Pacelli in their home white jerseys once again, white pants, red and blue stripes along the sleeves, red numbers and letters, Pacelli in black letters across the front. Johnson Creek in their gold jerseys, blue numbers, white pants, blue letters as well, Blue Jays in black letters across the front, with both teams with white fronted caps with their primary color for the rest of it, Pacelli in red, Johnson Creek in blue. Our umpires this morning, Mike Breed will be calling the balls and strikes from Cameron. Brian Jickas from Middleton, who will be at first base. New Richmond's Casey Eckhart at second. And Lake Mills' Todd Johns over at third for the game today. Again, the Division IV State Championship getting started pretty soon right here on Zaleski Sports. Audio only for the live broadcast. We will have highlights coming your way this afternoon. Jason Zaleski will be cutting those. He is down field side right now, including all of the trophy ceremonies, presentations, and celebrations. And this has been your Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Looks like one coach at home plate still waiting for Wayne Sankey to head out there to join the home plate meeting to exchange lineup cards and get ready to go on this one. Again here at Fox City Stadium, 325 down the lines, 385 to left center, 405 to right center. Wind blowing toward the right field foul pole. Here to start this one. A decently warm morning as we start to hit our heat wave. That's going to be hitting over the course of the next few days. So I'm not particularly a huge fan of coming our way. Right now, 66 degrees, approaching 70 down on the field. As both teams take to the foul lines to get themselves introduced and get our opening ceremonies. Pretty soon we're going to have our lineups brought to you this morning by Associated Bank. Or in every market they serve, Associated Bank's committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. Be a battle of right-handers on the mound. Doug Hartwig getting the start for the Johnson Crick Blue Jays. And Lucas Hammerly getting the start for Pacelli. Hartwig came in and closed out the game, got the win against Pittsville, but did not throw many pitches, so he's good to go with his full allotment of 100. Hammerly did not throw on Tuesday as Keltnopper went all 5 innings that they played. It looks like our home plate meeting completes between our umpiring crew, Mark Blakely and Wayne Sankey. We'll get to turn things over to our public address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Neuroscience Field at Fox City Stadium for today's WIAA Division IV Championship between the Johnson Crick Blue Jays and the Pacelli Cardinals. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise at this time? Kindly remove your caps and place your hand over your heart to honor America and those defending our freedom for the playing of our national anthem. Fans, the WIAA and member schools require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Johnson Creek Blue Jays. Leading off the center fielder, number 2, Luke Hartz. Number 2, batting second, the shortstop, Tanner Herman. Number 3, batting third, the third baseman, number 9, Zach Holland. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 1, Aiden Smith. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 11, Evan Malik. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 6, Doug Hartwig. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 8, AJ Whitehouse. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Brady Fincutter. Number 5. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 4, Hayden Wagner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Pacelli Cardinals. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 1, Elise Padoon. Batting second, the center fielder, number 7, Jaden Garski. Batting third, the pitcher, number 3, Lucas Hammerly. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 10, Thomas Wamura. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 8, Kelton Opper. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 2, Eric Reinke. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 12, Sully Schober. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 5, Bryce Flaker. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 6, Braden Flaker. Ladies and gentlemen, your WIAA licensed umpires for today's game. Behind home plate, Mike Breed. At first base, Brian Jacob. At second base, Casey Eckert. And at third base, Todd Johns. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play ball.
Well, folks, you heard the man. Let's play ball. It is a Division 4 state championship game, our final WIAA broadcast of the year, number 1,281 of the 2024-25 school season across multiple different sports. And glad to be with you guys. Today is again, your starting lineups brought to you this morning by Associated Bank. Where every market they serve, Associated Bank is committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. As Lucas Hammerly takes the mound and gets his warm-ups in, the defense behind him. It'll be Braden Flaker in left, Garski in center, Bryce Flaker over in right field. Sully Schober mans the hot corner at third. Up the middle, Melise Badoon and Tomas Wemura. And Kelton Knopper will be at first base. Eric Reinke doing the catching for the right-hander, Lucas Hammerly. Hammerly's been a steady arm all year, made his first bullpen appearance last Tuesday in the sectional. So he's going to make his 10th start. Coach Sankey with pretty much his full complement of arms over the course of today, with the exception of Kelton Opper, who threw just over 100 pitches on Tuesday. We'll face the top of the batting order for Johnson Creek, Luke Hartz, Tanner Herman, and Zach Holland leading things off. And Aiden Smith, Evan Malik, Doug Hartwig, AJ Whitehouse, Brady Fincutter, and Hayden Wagner. And good crowd here this morning. Fans still making their way in. A very good contingent from Johnson Creek making the trip up. Both teams looking for their second ever gold ball coming to the trophy case. For Johnson Creek, it has been since 2007. their fourth championship game in their sixth appearance. Pacelli in their fourth appearance, and it's their first title game since they won the championship back in 2003. Both these teams were here last year. Both these teams lost in the semifinal last year. Both teams made that next step. Now one of them's got to make that next step beyond that to bring that trophy back to either Johnson Crick or to Stevens Point. As Rinky makes his throw down, and we're just about ready to begin the game. All right, so this first pitch will be brought to you by our friends at Culligan Water, specializing in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. As here comes junior center fielder Luke Hartz. In that game against Pittsville, Hartz was 0 for 4, but made a couple of sparkling defensive plays in the ball game. Scored 49 runs during the season heading into the state tournament. He has been a major threat all year long for the Trailways champs. Takes a deep breath, taking his time, getting in the batter's box as we wait for the go-ahead from the TV crew. The production manager, currently near the third base coaching box, just waiting for the all clear and the go-ahead. And it looks like now we're good to go as Hartz steps in. 9:05 current time, 70 degrees. Hammerly out of the stretch, and the first pitch of the championship day is a curveball up for ball one. That one is up and over the head of Hartz, and it's 2-0. Hammerly nowhere close with his first two deliveries. And that one up and in, 3-0. He's overthrowing a bit, all three of them well up and out of the zone. Above the letters. The 3-0. That one right in there for a called strike. Again, 325 down the lines, 385 left center, 405. And strike two hits the inside corner. Count a run full. Hammerly at the belt. 3-2 is fouled off the chest protector of either Ranke or home plate umpire Mike Breed. The 3-2 once again is up, ball four, and Hartz draws a leadoff walk. Good at bat, fought off a tough 3-2 pitch, got another one and took one high. Leadoff base runner now for the shortstop for Tanner Herman, the senior. He had a couple of hits in that win over Pittsville. One of two players with multiple base hits. Schober at third base playing in, expecting bunt. And he squares. Takes one high, snap throw back, and in standing is Hartz. Hartz, a major threat on the base pass. 28 for 28 in stolen bases. As that is a fly ball deep center and over the head of Garski. Turning the corner around third, Herman on his way to third. He falls. And they're going to get the out there, or they're safe. And then diving in and scoring is Herman. Or is Hartz, I should say. Wow. What's the call? The call is safe. It's a triple and an RBI. And the Blue Jays are on the board. Schober at third tried to protest the call and not paying attention. It looked from this point of view, and the run came in and scored. That'll bring up Zach Holland with the corners in. Breaking ball in for a strike. There's one lined into right field, a base hit. And it gets past Flaker and toward the warning track. Holland can run for a while. He's turning the corner. He's on his way to third, and he is in there. A single and an E9. And it is a dream start for the Blue Jays of Johnson Crick. Back-to-back hits after the leadoff walk. Still nobody out. And they're putting some good swings on Hammerly. Both those plays ruled triples as that one in the dirt gets away, but not far, and Reinke chases it down. So back-to-back triples for the Blue Jays. And another one down and in the dirt, 2-0 on the second baseman, Aiden Smith. And he'll hit a fly ball into left. That'll get the run in. Flaker is there, makes the catch. Holland will tag from third. And it'll be a sacrifice fly and a 3-0 lead for the Blue Jays. Here in the first, a leadoff walk, 2 triples and a sac fly. Just like these players are bringing their best to the ball, Diamond Ridgetop Exteriors is bringing top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Pop up into right. Braden Flaker there. Bryce Flaker. They're calling the catch for out number 2. We have Braden in left and Bryce in right. So 2 outs now for Doug Hartwig, the pitcher. Hartwig, the other player with multiple hits against Pittsville. He had 2 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in and also got the win on the mound. First one to him is grounded to short. Sliding backhand by Badoon. Flat-footed throw, stretch made, the pick made, and the out recorded by Kelton Knopper. Nice play there by Belize Badoon to end the inning. But a monster first inning for Johnson Crick for the momentum. 3 runs on a couple of hits. And we have played 1/2 inning. It is the Division IV State Championship on Zaleski Sports presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Barks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Bottom half of inning in number 1. Doug Hartwig getting his warm-ups in, the right-hander for Johnson Crick. He'll face Badoon, Garski, and Hammerly. 1, 2, 3 for the Pacelli batting order. As well from our friends at Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft, a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. Again, Mike Willen here with Dan Lau on the production side of things. Glad to have you guys with us this morning. Hartwig, the right-hander, again, he's probably not 100%. He threw over 20 pitches on Tuesday, but he has the full allotment of 100 that he can go to today as he gets his final warm-up done, and that'll bring up Molise Badoon, the senior shortstop for Pacelli, leadoff hitter all year long. Really for the past 2 seasons, he's been at the top of the batting order. As Pacelli in an early hole, 3-0 Blue Jays after a half inning. And the first one is on the corner for a strike on Badoon. Hartwig working from the windup. And that one is inside out at foul. Onto the concourse. Quickly 0-2. There's going to be a ground ball just off the glove of Smith at second base and into right field for a leadoff single. Pacelli had a hit parade worthy of the Billboard charts on Tuesday. 12 hits, 14 runs. Garski, who's up, had one of them, but 1 for 3 with a run scored. He bunted 3 consecutive appearances with 3 different results. One of them was a base hit. And he'll take one outside for ball 1. Third baseman Holland expecting the bunt. He's playing in on the grass. Throw over and in with a dive is Badoon. Badoon, more than any player I've seen in the last 5 years here working for Zaleski Sports, runs the delayed steal. That one down and in the dirt. 2-0. Hartwig, a pitcher who's going to try and mix things up as well. He's going to change the speed of his delivery, change his leg kick. Kind of short arms the ball as he goes in with a breaking ball and hits the inside corner for strike 1 on Garski. Jane Garski, leading RBI man, 25. 380 hitter as a sophomore. Another breaking ball down and away. Blocked behind the plate by catcher A.J. Whitehouse. 3-1, so let's see if Badoon might be on the move. Not much of a lead. He doesn't go, and it's a ground ball to short. Bobbled 6, they get the out at second, but Garski's able to hustle and beat the throw out at first on the return. So it's a fielder's choice, 6-4 at second base for out number 1. That'll bring up the pitcher, Lucas Hammerly. Hammerly had a huge day against Edgar. 3 for 3, a double. He drove in 5. Scored 3 times. As that fastball's up and away, ball 1. Hammerly and Uemura on deck were 6 for 6 with 4 extra base hits and 8 RBIs on Tuesday. That one is low as well, 2-0 on Hammerly. And wind blowing to right center. And warm day is going to get warmer. As it's 3-0 on Hammerly as another fastball misses down. It's going to be a scorcher from how you can feel it now when you get to the Division II game, especially the 3 o'clock start. Taking all the way, Hammerly's going to take a strike, 3-1. Garski, the runner over at first. Outfield playing about normal depth, straight up for Hammerly. High chopper back to the mound. Hartwig fields it, throws a seed over to first base to get the out. Garski goes to second on the play. Out number 2 for Tomas Uemura. Uemura set a state tournament record on Tuesday. He batted 3 times in the first 3 innings, and he tripled every single time. Broke an all-division record. As he takes a strike. Nothing in 1 on Uemura playing at second base today. Fastball out, 1-1. At the Whitetail Properties, real estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. As he pops that one, fouling out of play, left field side. And down quickly, a ball and 2 strikes. That one missing outside. Holland at third base wanted the call. That fast but freeze fastball. And that one misses up, and it's going to run full. Harvey again changing his leg kick. That one he came set, and then he quick pitched from the stretch. Just trying to keep hitters off balance. As he will step off. And quickly reset. Kelton Opper standing on deck, looking for his first at-bat of the tournament. And that one gets away, and a wild pitch gets Garski to third on the play. So runners will be at the corners for Kelton Opper. And now, that wild pitch, probably something Coach Sankey was very happy to see, because now that might give the Cardinals a chance to run a first and third. We'll see if Tomas Uemura is going to try and take second base and cause some havoc on the base paths. He does not go, and Opper takes a strike. Opper didn't hit on Tuesday when he was pitching the DH for him with Nate Hammerly. Opper a .429 hitter during his senior season, though. There goes the runner, and it's fouled back and just over the head of Ranke in the on-deck circle. Look out. Ranke had to be quick and get out of the way. There's even an Oriole flying across the field. Sorry, Blackbird. I like to think Orioles. There goes the runner. He bluffs the steal, and it's up and away, ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes still on Kelton Opper. Harway has had to work here in this first inning. And strike 3 called ends the inning on a curveball. So Hartwig gives up a hit and leaves a runner, and we have played 1 complete. Johnson Crick leads the Division IV state championship by a score of 3-0 on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today. For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
So we move to the second inning. It's a 3-0 lead for the Blue Jays of Johnson Crick here in the Division IV WIAA Baseball State Championship game. Again, Mike Wellen here with Dan Lau in the press box. Jason Zaleski down on the field. Getting some highlights. And we'll have your highlights coming your way later on this afternoon. We'll have a picture of the champion coming on social media just before 12 o'clock today. A.J. Whitehouse will lead things off, the number 7 hitter, be followed by Brady Fincutter and Hayden Wagner, 7, 8, and 9 against Lucas Hammerly. Hammerly gave up 3 runs on 2 hits in that first inning. Back-to-back triples from Herman and Holland. First pitch is a fastball right down the middle, strike 1 on Whitehouse. Whitehouse was 0 for 2 against Pittsville. Curveball stays up, and that's going to even the count, 1-1. Two and one. We have birds and insects flying all over the place here at Fox City Stadium. There's strike 2, very top of the zone, 2-2. On the sophomore catcher, A.J. Whitehouse, who's a .311 hitter leading into the state tournament. And a roller foul toward the third base dugout. Pacelli on the third base side once again. Blue Jays sitting on the first base side. 2-2 swung on and missed, as Hammerly will get his first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout of the day. Calling Jamie Wenzel and Serve Pro the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. One down now for the left fielder Brady Fincutter. He drove in a run, had a base hit against Pittsville back on Tuesday, as he swings and misses on a high fastball, and it's strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Another fastball. Fincutter, a junior, as he lays off the breaking ball down and away, 1-2. On the right-handed hitter. And just one left-handed hitter in the lineup, as that one is popped up sky high. Foul territory now to play, third base side. We'll try it again, 1-2. Only left-handed hitter is Zach Holland for the Blue Jays. Another breaking ball down and away, 2-2 on Fincutter. The 2-2 fouled back into the screen. One out here in the top half of the second. 3 runs on 2 hits in that first inning, as that one misses high and tight. Full count, 3-2 for Johnson Crick in the first inning. Pacelli got no runs on a hit. And left a pair of runners. The 3-2 is down low, ball 4. And Fincutter, after falling behind 0-2, comes out and works a walk. So one out base runner for Hayden Wagner. Sophomore outfielder playing in right. He's over 3 with 3 strikeouts against Pittsville. As the fastball's outside, ball 1. And moments like this might be where Pacelli is happy that Opera was able to go all 5 a couple days ago. They do have, if they need to, Badoon and Waymura able to throw. Now he squares to bunt. Takes a strike. And it's 1-1. Also Nate Hammerly, who was getting loose on Tuesday, could come in and throw if need be. Last game of the season for these teams, all hands on deck. Swing and a miss. That one lower portion of the strike zone. The 1-2. Step off and they got him picked off. Hammerly with a quick move and caught Fincutter leaning, and they pick him off. It's the second time Johnson Cricks had a base runner picked off of first base this week. Herman was picked off on Tuesday by Logan Zickert. As there's a high chopper to short, Badoon takes the big hop, sidearm flip in time. It ends up being a 1-2-3 inning in an unconventional way. No runs, no hits, none left. 1.5 complete. It is Johnson Crick 3, Pacelli nothing in the Division 4 state title game on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
So we move to the bottom half of inning number 2. It'll be Ranke, Schober, and Bryce Flaker for Pacelli facing Doug Hartwig. Hartwig walked a batter, struck out a batter, and gave up a hit in a scoreless first. And he came in and got the win that game over Pittsville. He faced 6 batters, had a walk and 3 strikeouts, and an inning and 2/3 scoreless to get the win. As here's Eric Ranke to lead things off, the sophomore catcher. Had a couple of doubles against Edgar in the semifinal game.
Leading off for Pacelli, the catcher, number 2, Eric.
Might as well for our friends at Express Employment Professionals, having relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment and find the right career path for you. First pitch is in there for a strike on Ranke. 0-1 on the Cardinal catcher. As he fouls that one straight back, and he's quickly behind 0-2. As Hartwig trying to dry his hand off, working on the windup again. It's a warm, humid morning here at Fox City Stadium. As that one, you can tell he didn't have a good grip on the baseball. High and tight. 1-2. And the last Division I semifinal was delayed by about 3 hours by rain. They did get it in. Muskego took down Hartford. It just took a little bit of a delay. But everything looks to be good to go to be on time today, as that one will miss outside for ball 2. And we're here for just the one game here at 9 o'clock, the Division IV title game, but then 3-2-1 will be at noon, 3 and 6 from Neuroscience Group Field. Again, we'll have highlights from this game coming your way later on today. The 2-2 is fouled back as he tried to front door a breaking ball. And Rinky's able to fight it off and stay alive. Today's game is brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. There's a ground ball to third. A big hop for Holland. Steps back, throws it across in time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for Sully Schober. The third baseman was 2 for 3 on Tuesday in the semifinal. As the first pitch will miss up and away with a fastball for ball 1. Schober coming into the tournament was hitting .273 during his sophomore campaign. Big swing and a miss. Trying to pull an outside pitch, and it's 1-1. That fastball is up at the shoulders, just above the letters. 2-1 on Schober, the number 7 hitter. Half an hour in, bottom of the second. And that one is up and away as well. It's 3 balls and a strike on Sully Schober. Taking all the way, and he takes a strike. On that inside corner, the count runs full. Both pitchers had to run into some deep counts first time through the batting order. And a swing and a miss. Goes to the outside corner and gets a swinging strikeout, the second punch out of the morning for Doug Hartwig. So 2 up, 2 down for Bryce Flaker, the right fielder. He was 1 for 3 on Tuesday. First one to him is low for ball 1. As well, the Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its very best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. You can learn more at nicolaybank.com. The 1-0 on Flaker is right there. Strike 1. Hartwig just lays a fastball in. Ball and a strike. Curveball fouled off to the backstop. And it's now 1-2. Hartwig from the windup, the 1-2 to Flaker. Is in the left-handed batter's box. Yanked that fastball. It's 2-2. Braden Flaker, the on-deck hitter. Two balls, 2 strikes. Is fouled away once again. Over the net and into the grandstand. It's the bottom half of the second inning here in the final Division IV baseball game of the season. Our final WIAA broadcast of the year. As there's a pop-up on the infield, chasing the down at short. The catch is made by Herman to end the inning. A 1-2-3 second for Doug Hartwig. We go to the third in a 3-0 lead for Johnson Crick in the state championship game on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfein Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're gonna get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
So we move to the third inning. It's a 3-0 lead for the Blue Jays of Johnson Crick, looking for their second state championship. Pacelli looking for their second as well. Whole team, or the Blue Jays in their fourth championship game. Cardinals in their second. As Hammerly back out there, he'll face the top of the order. Hartz, Herman, and Holland. So here comes Luke Hartz to step into the box to lead off the top of the third. He walked and scored to lead off the ball game. It was a walk and then back-to-back triples for Johnson Crick in that first inning. Result for our friends at Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you as the first pitch is in for a called strike. That curveball bounces in, 1-1 on Hartz. Hartz scored his 50th run of the season back in that first inning. As that one will bounce in, 2 balls and a strike. And came into the tournament hitting .518. A huge season for the junior. He swings and misses on a fastball in the inner half. It's 2-2. Regular depth around for Pacelli. They're going to play him straight away in the outfield. And he lines one into left field, a base hit. Played on a couple of hops by Braden Flaker, and a leadoff base runner again here in the third inning for the Blue Jays, as Hartz is aboard for the second time today. And that'll bring up Tanner Herman. He tripled the deep center his first time up. Almost got thrown out on a very confusing play. Hartz had blown a tire around third base, and eventually everybody ended up being safe. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. It's ball 1 on Herman. Herman's had himself a tournament. 3 for 4 on the week. So he takes one high and in, 2-0. Was probably the best hitter for the Blue Jays against Pittsville. Seemed to see it all pretty well. That's popped up on the infield. WIAA calls for it at second base, makes the call on the catch for the first out. Battling the sun. Clear skies right now here at Neuroscience Group Field in Fox City Stadium. Here's Zach Holland. The starting pitcher on Tuesday turned third baseman. He tripled home a run and later came around to score back in the first. Runner goes. Hit and run is on. It's perfectly done. He'll turn the corner. He'll go first to third as a throw is cut off at second base. And they're at the corners for Aiden Smith. And even if the runner was going, that was going to be a single. WIAA was not going to get to that baseball. But with the runner going, it allows him to get to third, first and third for Aiden Smith. He had a sacrifice flying to left his first time up. Drove in a run. His 17th of the season. The junior second baseman. First pitch curveball hits the zone. 0-1 on Smith. Ground ball to short. 6, 4. Return, not in time. He's safe. He drives in a run. Fielder's choice ground out and an RBI. The second run batted in for Aiden Smith today. It is 4-0 Johnson Crick here in the third. As here comes Evan Maligue. Junior first baseman. Flew out to right field his first time up. As well for our friends at Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. As the first one is in there for a strike on a breaking ball. 2 outs here in the third inning. A run on 2 hits. Throw over and it in with a dive is Smith. Smith with 5 stolen bases this year. Another curveball outside. 1-1. Blue Jays jumped on Pacelli early and haven't quite looked back since, so in the first couple of innings. First 3 hitters reached and scored to lead off the ball game with a couple of triples among them. Top of the order gets it done again here in the third. Hartz with the leadoff single. Snap throw back to first and bad diving back in as pitch was down and away with a fastball. It's 2 balls and a strike on Evan Maligue. Singles from Hartz and Holland. Smith with the RBI ground out as there's one swung on and missed. Throw back to first. They have a chance at him. And the Opper can't quite get the tag down. It's 2-2. You can tell Pacelli has a game plan to try and keep these runners uncomfortable on the base pass. Another throw over and in with a dive. Hammerly did pick off a runner in the second. That was Fincutter. Breaking ball swung on and missed. He gets his second Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout of the day. But Johnson Crick does get a run on a couple of hits, and they leave a runner as we have played 2.5. And Johnson Crick leads the Division IV state championship game 4-0 on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
We move to the bottom half of inning number 3 here from Appleton, the Division IV state championship game. Johnson Creek leads Pacelli 4-0. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 runner left through 3 innings for the Blue Jays. Pacelli through 2 innings, no runs, a hit, and 2 runners left. Doug Hartwig with a couple of strikeouts, a walk, he's given up a hit. Hammerly has walked 2, he's walked 2. Given up 4 hits, a couple of strikeouts, and 4 earned runs. It'll be Braden Flaker and the 9-hitter, then back to the top of the order with Badoon and Garski against Hartwig, who's just over 40 pitches through 2 innings. Result that Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this summer. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. Again, 715-344-0701. Again, my name is Mike Wendlandt, Dan Lau on the production side of things, Jason Zaleski down on the field for this Division IV game, as the first pitch to Flaker is in for a called strike. Braden Flaker, one of just 2 guys who didn't get a hit on Tuesday. So he takes one outside. He went 0 for 3. Sorry, 0 for 2. He did drop down a bunt. Did score a run. There's strike 2. Hits the outside corner right at the knees. 1-2. And the senior, Braden Flaker. And multiple Cardinals playing in their final game today. So that one is up 2-2. Five seniors as well for the Blue Jays. That one is just golf foul territory. You look at Johnson Crick. Tanner Herman, the shortstop, a senior. Doug Hartwig, the current pitcher, a senior. Zach Holland, the third baseman, a senior. Along with Colin Schmidt and Charlie Ruoff. The 2-2 swung on and missed on the high fastball. And Hartwig gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. One down, back to the top of the order for Melise Badoon. He singled back in the first inning. Is that the lone hit of the day for the Cardinals? Badoon, one of the seniors, along with Lucas Hammerly, Braden Flicker, Kelton Knopper, Tomas Weimura, Nate Reimer, and Zach Yeide. The first one to Badoon is down and away, ball 1. There's one fouled straight back, ball and a strike. 1-1 on the Cardinal shortstop. Breaking ball right there on that outside corner. Best one, that might have been the best one that Hartwig has thrown today. He's got Badoon a ball and 2 strikes. And he will just serve that a little liner right back at Doug Hartwig for out number 2. Way to field your position.
Now batting the center fielder, Number 7.
Badoon just trying to serve one up the middle, and Hartwig, who fell off to the first base side, able to stick the glove out and make the catch. 2 down now for Jaden Garski. He grounded into a fielder's choice. His first time up as he takes one outside for ball 1 on a breaking ball. So far, 6 consecutive set down by Hartwig since the walk to Waimura. That one is up. It's 2-0. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Phelps' Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more at Phelps' Dairy Store. With food, family, and fun, as there's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 on Garski. Three and 1. Fastball missing out. Still a lot of baseball to be played here in the third inning. I get the feeling Pacelli wants to try and get something going. Ground ball to short, bobbled, but still a little bit of time. Herman throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning again for Hartwig. He has set down the last 7 batters he has faced with 3 strikeouts. We have played 3 complete. It is a 4-0 lead for the Johnson Creek Blue Jays in the Division IV State Championship game on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
We move to the 4th, approaching the halfway mark of this ball game in the Division IV WIAA Baseball State Championship. The Johnson Creek Blue Jays looking for their second title, lead 4-0 over the Pacelli Cardinals, also looking for their second state title. Hammerly back out there to work. He will face 6, 7, and 8. He'll face Doug Hartwig, A.J. Whitehouse, and Brady Fincutter here in the 4th. For all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs. A sure thing to get yourself back on the road. That is Sherrill Tire and Auto Service.
Leading off for Johnson Creek, the pitcher.
Hartwig grounded out to short his first time up. He'll lead things off. The senior. He's gone now as a pitcher, 5 2/3 scoreless, with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts going back to Tuesday. He's allowed 1 hit during that stretch. As there's a high strike on Hartwig. And everything started early for the Blue Jays. They got their first 3 on, and all 3 came around to score. As they appealed to first, he did not go on a check swing. Hartz drew a walk, and then Herman and Holland both tripled back-to-back. A sac fly from Smith, then drove in Holland to make it 3-0. They haven't looked back as fastball misses down. It's 2-1. Pacelli had a chance in the first. They got a leadoff single from Badoon and ended up with runners at the corners. There's a swing and a miss. Looked like he went to a changeup. But Opper took a breaking ball for a called third strike to end the inning. The runner in motion. The 2-2. Hits the outside corner, strike three. The third serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Hammerly in the game. And that's out number one for A.J. Whitehouse. He was the first strikeout victim of the day. That was back in the second inning. Those are our friends at Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. So take your next step and contact them today. Hammerly working from the stretch against Whitehouse. Curveball is rolled foul toward the third base coaching box. It's 0-1. Hammerly wasting no time. There's a line drive into left field, a base hit for Whitehouse. Couple of hops and thrown in by Braden Flaker. The fifth hit of the game for the Blue Jays. And that'll bring up Brady Fincutter. He walked back in the second and then was picked off of first base. And we'll get a courtesy runner. Be Cohen Schmidt, who will run. Result for that Dahl Automotive in Stevens Point has over 1,300 vehicles, but they want more. So they're going to offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicle, as there's a swing and a miss. So shop DahlAuto.com for the best selection in the area, or stop in to see them at Dahl Honda, just off Stanley Street, or at Dahl Chrysler, Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. That one popped up, backing out of play into the stands. Look out, off the hand of a parent, about the fourth or fifth row. And then eventually caught on the rebound. It's 0-2. Breaking ball, strike three called. The fourth serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Hammerly. 2 down now for Hayden Wagner. Wagner 0 for 1, a ground ball to short his first time. So he fouls away the first one. First base side onto the roof. It's 0-1. That one will miss, 1-1. The 1-1 is popped up, foul ground, long run. Opry, he's not going to get there. It's a sliding attempt, and it'll end up top of the dugout. Be a ball and 2 strikes. On Wagner. And strike 3 called. So Hammerly gives up the 1-out single, but then otherwise strikes out all 3 hitters he faced, all 3 other hitters he faced, all of them looking. His 5th Serve Pro strikeout. We're halfway through this Division IV state championship game. After 3.5, Johnson Crick leads at 4-0 on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
As we move to the bottom half of inning number 4, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Pacelli Cardinals. Lucas Hammerly, Tomas Weimura, and Kelton Opper. That'll hit against Doug Hartwig. And he's gone 4 2/3 scoreless this week. 1 hit, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts among those 4 2/3, going back to his relief appearance and win on Tuesday in the semifinal against Pittsville. Johnson Creek looking to knock off both CWC South champions here in Appleton this week. As that'll bring up Lucas Hammerly. Leadoff, or the number 3 hitter leading off the inning. He grounded out back to the mound back in the first.
For Pacelli, the pitcher, number 3, Lucas Hammerly.
Had a monster game on Tuesday. And with a 5 RBIs against Edgar as he takes strike 1 on the inner half. That fastball outside, it'll even things up, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is outside as well. 2 balls and a strike. Through 4 innings for Johnson Creek, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 2 runners left. No errors. Actually, no runs on 1 hit with 2 errors and 2 left through 3 innings. As that one will miss down and in, it's 3-1 on Hammerly. And Ulrich has set down the last 7 batters he has faced, 3 of those via the strikeout. And a ball hasn't gotten out of the infield yet today. There's a high fly ball into center. Ranging back, still going back with the play as he falls backwards to make the catch in center is Luke Hartz. A great defensive play on a ball that was scorched by Hammerly. He hit it well. Hartz looked like he got a tough angle at first, and then he was able to chase it down, get square, make the catch, and then fall right to his backside in deep center. And that's a loud out number 1 as Tomas Weimura, who's the last batter to reach base, he walked back in the first as he takes down and away. That's the type of play in center that you look back when you look back on a championship team. Get me over curveball, does just that. Strike 1 called. And it's 1-1 on Weimura. Goes right back to the breaking ball and gets another strike. 1-2. All right, with a walk and 3 strikeouts in the game as that spikes in front of the plate, 2-2. Just over an hour into the game. 9:05 was the time of the first pitch. As he fights off a curveball, third base side now to play into the bleachers. And remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch of 3 consecutive left-handed hitters. As there's a hard ground ball into right field, a base hit. So Weimura's on base for the 5th time this week, his 4th hit. He has not gotten out yet here in Appleton.
Now batting is the first baseman.
So 1 out for Kelton Opper.
Kelton Opper.
Opera was called out on strikes to end the first inning. We'll see if Waymura maybe looks to run. Coach Schenke had implied to me that the Cardinals would like to run on Hartwig and Whitehouse. He doesn't go yet as the first pitch misses outside. Again, Hartwig changing his speed, changing his delivery, his move to the plate. Just trying to keep base runners off balance. See, he hits the outside corner, strike one, 1-1. Sometimes he'll nod twice and go. Sometimes he'll nod once when he comes set. When he does move, it's quick to the plate. That one down and in, knocked down. Whitehouse couldn't find it, but neither could Waymura, and he'll stay at first. It's 2-1 on Opper. The 2-1. Chopped foul. It's 2-2. In Division 3, he's going to see Kenosha St. Joe's taking on Kewanee. Division 2 is going to see New Berlin Eisenhower, and Seymour is a bluff steal as that one misses low and the count runs full. 3-2. So again, New Berlin Eisenhower takes on Seymour, the Lions against the Thunder. In Division 1, it's Muskego and Badger. The Badgers. Runner goes, it's ball 4. And Waymura's going to take a big turn. He will hold at second base. So back-to-back base runners, a single and a walk will bring up Eric Ranke.
Batting the catcher, number 2, Eric Ranke.
It looks like we may see a pinch runner for Opper. So Nathan Reimer is going to come out and run a pinch runner for Kelton Opper. So Reimer is going to make his final appearance as a Pacelli Cardinal here in the 4th inning. So we'll get a mound visit. And again, during this mound visit, again, it was such a cool story that the WIAA posted yesterday about the Badgers. Lake Geneva. With assistant coach Wayne Vorpagel. He had the first hit ever in Badger high school baseball history back in 1959, and he's still in the dugout today coaching 6 decades later. 63 years he's been involved in the Lake Geneva area, and it's his first ever state appearance. So just an awesome story and an awesome career for the Badger legend. 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th. Here's Ranke. He grounded out to third his first time up. And he has a high fly ball into left. Still going back. A leaping catch is made. Waymura is going to get doubled off of second base. A base running mistake, and it's a double play to end the inning. Wow. 7-6 for the out at third. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner left for Pacelli, who runs themselves out of an inning. We have played 4. Johnson Creek leads at 4-0 on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Imagine if your orthopedic clinic, surgery center, and physical therapy were all in one place with one team. At Stevens Point Orthopedics, you'll have a clinic where a friendly voice always answers your call. If you need further care, it's a short walk to meet our surgery center team, or down the hall to meet a group of our physical therapists. There is one space and one team for the best orthopedic care in central Wisconsin. That's Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment and hometown care.
So we move to the fifth. We've got a student from each school here doing a dizzy bat race at the baseline. And we'll see is Pacelli, who has the bat, making his way somewhat close. He almost runs over Renke. And he hits the ball off the cone, throws the bat, and gets the win. The fun events you have at the state tournament, folks. It'll be the top of the order for Johnson Creek taking on Hammerly after a momentum swinging play. And first of all, great play by Brady Fincutter in left. He made an awesome catch at the warning track. Renke has a home run in most ballparks he plays in this year with that swing. But not here with the bigger dimensions. Again, 325 down the line. He hit that one about 315. Absolutely crushed it. But Fincutter was able to run it down, and Uemura, who was standing on third base, had to retouch and was thrown out by a step, trying to get back to second on the tag. So the double play ended that fourth inning. So your line score through 4 innings for Johnson Creek: 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 runners left. For Pacelli, no runs, 2 hits, and 3 runners left. Hartwig is through 4 scoreless. Hammerly back out there, and he's going to have a tough assignment here in Luke Hartz to lead things off. Hartz today has walked, singled, and scored 2 of the 4 runs.
The center fielder, number 2, Luke Hartz.
So Hammerly out of the stretch. Fires in a breaking ball for a called strike on Luke Hartz. Ground ball into left field, a base hit. So Hartz having himself a championship game. Second hit, he's been on base all 3 times he's come to the plate.
The shortstop, number 3.
And once again, a leadoff base runner. All 3 times he has led off an inning, he has gotten on base. And the speedy center fielders we're going to get, looks like Nate Hammerly is starting to go down to the bullpen, and he will throw and get loose. As there's a pitch that's going to miss on Herman. Tanner Herman today is 1 for 2. RBI triple back in the first. Strike 1 called outside corner. There's a fly ball into center. Garski ranging into his left into right center, makes the catch. Long run to chase that one down to make the play. That's out number 1. Hartz retreats back to first base.
The third baseman, number 9, Zach Holland.
So here is Holland. He's 2 for 2, a triple and a single. First one to him, runner goes high, fly ball into right center. Long run going back into the gap. And that's going to one hop over the fence. It'll be a ground rule double. And that's a break for Pacelli for now. That ball went about 390 feet. Zach Holland got a hold of that one. And he's now a home run shy of the cycle. As Wayne Sankey is going to take a walk to the pitching mound. We'll see if that's the end of the line for Hammerly. Second and third, 1 out for Aiden Smith. When play does continue. Looks like he's going to stay in the game. Try and get out of this. Great speed at third base, a ground ball or a fly ball. Any ball in play, really, outside of a pop-up, will get Hearts to score. Holland, who is the starting pitcher in game one, got a no decision, threw well in that game. Now at third base, he's 3 for 3 on the day. And that one rivals Affelbeck's double on Tuesday, or even Waymura's triples on Tuesday with how hard that ball was hit. Infield in. Breaking ball down, ball 1 on Aiden Smith. Smith today is 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly and a fielder's choice. He's driven in 2 of the 4 runs. That one is low. It's 2-0. The 2-0. Check, swing, roller. That's a fair ball. Runners thought about going. They get the out at first. Schober makes the play, 5-3. For out number 2. Bang, bang at first. And Smith can't get the job done. It'll be up to Evan Maligue. If Hammerly can work out of this game, there's a momentum swing there for Pacelli to maybe try and get a comeback going. But if both runs score here in the 5th, then time is getting real short for the Cardinal offense, trying to get 6. Maligue today is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right and he's struck out swinging. And he hits the corner, strike 1. Fouled away, first base side, out of play. 0-2, and now Hammerly's got a way out of this inning. The 0-2. High chopper to third. Schober steps, throws, and the inning is over. Hammerly gets out of it. He gives up a couple of hits, and they get stranded at second and third on the ground rule double, saving the day for Pacelli. Through 4.5, Johnson Creek leads this Division IV state title game 4-0 on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Bottom half inning number 5 after Hammerly is able to strand a couple of runners in scoring position. As the bullpen is active again for Pacelli. Looks like Tomas Uemura now getting loose for the Cardinals down the left field line. It'll be the bottom of the order, Schober, Flaker, and Flaker against Doug Hartwig here in the 5th. So Schober today struck out swinging. Back in the 2nd inning is his only plate appearance so far. As he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Ground ball to second. Smith is there. 1 out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 5.
So 1 out for Bryce Flaker. He popped up to short his first time up, 0 for 1. The first one on Flaker is on the corner, strike 1 called. Swing and a miss with a breaking ball. Swept off the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 on Bryce Flaker. Jammed on the breaking ball, pops it up just past second base, ranging over to make the catch is Tanner Herman for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Braden Flaker.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6, Braden Flaker.
Flaker today struck out back in the 3rd. As he fouls that one away. Quickly 0-1. Hartwig out of the windup. Ground ball to second. Played on the backhand by Smith. Hustles the throw across and he makes the play. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning, a couple of ground outs and a pop-up. And we have played 5 complete as we head to the 6th. Johnson Crick leads the Division IV state championship game 4-0 on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
As we move on to the 6th inning, time running short. Johnson Crick leads this one 4-0, 6 outs away from their second state championship. Hammerly's back out there. He's at 77 pitches. He will work the 6th. For the Blue Jays, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 4 runners left aboard. For Pacelli, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left through 5. Bullpen was active, but Hammerly will start the inning.
Number 6, Doug Hartwig.
And the first one is up and out of the zone. First ball 1 on Doug Hartwig. Hartwig today 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. He'll hit a fly ball into left. Braden Flaker calls it off, makes the catch for out number 1. 1 out for A.J. Whitehouse. Whitehouse 1 for 2, he singled back in the 4th. First one is up with a fastball, ball 1 on Whitehouse. There's a strike, 1-1. One is a fly ball into left center. Ranging over, Garski calls it off, makes the catch. That's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. For Brady Fincutter, he has walked and struck out in the game, but he has one of the plays of the day, that catch in the left field corner against Ranke. That turned into a double play. It is 0-1. One and one on Fincutter. That one chopped foul. It's 1-2. And that hit him on that back elbow. And so a 2-out hit by pitch will bring up Hayden Wagner, the number 9 hitter. Or actually, we're going to get a pinch hitter. So pinch hitting is going to be Mike Heinrich for Johnson Crick.
Now batting, number 10. Mike Heinrich.
So Heinrich will pinch hit. The freshman backup catcher. And he swings and misses on the first pitch he sees. The 0-1 on Heinrich is up, 1-1. The 1-1, very top of the zone, strike 2 called. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Hammerly gets the strikeout to end the inning, so the hit batter is stranded. And after 5 1/2, It is 4-0 Johnson Creek on Zaleski Sports, presented by Huff Favor Real Estate Group.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Bottom half of the 6th, time running short for the Pacelli Cardinals. They need 4 runs. They have 6 outs to work with. And they got the top of the order up against Doug Hartwig. Melise Badoon will lead things off. Badoon is 1 for 2 today. He singled back in the first, lined out right back to Hartwig back in the 3rd inning. Hartwig throwing a 2-hitter. Chopper right back to him again. He snow cones it and throws him out. Out number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7, Jaden Garski.
So here is Garski, the number 2 hitter. He is 0 for 2 today as he has a high chopper up the middle. A big hop, step, and the throw in time for out number 2 from Herman. 2 pitches and 2 outs for Hartwig here in the 6th. Now a chance for Hammerly. Lucas Hammerly is 0 for 2. He flew out to deep center his last time.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 3, Lucas Hammerly.
Well, it could be the final at-bat of the Pacelli career for Lucas Hammerly. Could have been for Melise Badoon as well. Hammerly's had a monster senior season, .436 hitter. Drove in 5 in the state semifinal on Tuesday. So he takes one down low for ball 1. That one's in there, inside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Breaking ball misses low. That one's in there, inside corner, strike. 2 balls and a strike on Hammerly. Inside, 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Hammerly draws a free pass. So a 2-out base runner for Tomas Uemura. And you get the feeling here when you have Hammerly, Waymura, and Opper lined up, you gotta find a way to get a run across.
Tomas Waymura.
Hammerly leads off of first. And it's the very bottom of the zone, strike one called. Wimmer today has walked and singled. He's 4 for 4 in the tournament. Throw over, Hammerly's in there. That one bouncing in there, 1-1. The 1-1. Down and away. Hammerly on a delayed steal will take second standing. Risky with 2 outs, down by 4, but they're able to make it work and caught the Blue Jays napping, and he takes second base, a run in scoring position now. Trying to chip into this lead. That one is in there for a called strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. And it's up, just up above the belt, and the count runs full. It's a risky take for Waymura. Hartwig out of the stretch, the 3-2. Missed it down low, ball 4, and they're at the corner, or they'll be at first and second. 2 outs for Kelton Opper. Opper walked his last time. We'll get a mound visit.
The first baseman, number 8, Kelton Opper.
Infield and pitcher out there. Whitehouse, the catcher, not out there during this mound visit. So he's being talked about his pitch calling and blocking, I think. Just the chance here. Tying run is now in the on-deck circle in Renke. This might be the best chance the Cardinals have to try and come back and stake their claim to a potential state title. Got to find a way here in the 6th. Opper was called out on strikes in the 1st. He drew a walk back in the 4th. The first one on Opper is down low, ball 1. Something to think of, if Opper reaches Renke, who's on deck, hit one deep left his last time. It was a highlight reel play by Fincutter. There's a fly ball into center. Right in the tracks of Luke Hart. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the center fielder to end the inning. Couple of walks get stranded as we go to the 7th. After 6 complete in the Division IV state championship game. It is the Johnson Creek Blue Jays 4, the Pacelli Cardinals nothing. On Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
We move to the final inning. Here from Appleton, the Division IV state championship game. Tomas Uemura is now on the mound to try and get 3 outs and give his team a chance in this bottom of the 7th. He's got a tough task. You have to go through the top of the order for the Johnson Creek Blue Jays. Hartz, Herman, and Holland. So we'll get his final warm-up. So Hammerly went 6. Gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. So here comes Luke Hartz, who has had himself a day. 2 for 2, also a walk. He has scored twice. He's made a web gem in center. As he's going to line one right back up the middle again. He's 3 for 3. Came in hitting over 500. That's only going to improve. As he caps off a monster junior season. And gives a chance now with the runner aboard for senior Tanner Herman. Herman went 1 for 3 against Hammerly. He tripled back in the first. Drove in a run, also scored a run. He's got 3 hits on the week. He squares to bunt, throw back to first, and standing is Hartz. Pitch missed for ball 1. Breaking ball outside, blocked by Renke, 2 balls and nothing. There's one fouled away, first base side now to play. It's on the roof and rolls back down to the bleachers. Nice play by a young youngster in a Josh Jacobs jersey in the back row. Picking it off the ricochet. 2-1 on Tanner Herman in his final game. Maybe his final at bat as a Blue Jay. Hartz, not a big lead. There he goes. Throw down to second is going to be late, and it's going to be knocked down. It's a stolen base. And strike 3 on Herman. So when Uemura gets his first Serve Pro Jimmy Wenzel strikeout today. So one of those pitches was ruled a strike that we didn't see. I think of that first where he squared the bunt was a ball. And after Holland was 3 for 3 and a home run shy of the cycle, they're going to put him on the intentional walk to Zach Holland. With how he has swung the bat, that's probably the smart play. So 2 on, 1 out for Aiden Smith. Smith today is 0 for 2. He's driven in 2 of the 4 runs. as he takes a called strike. 0-1 on Aiden Smith. He had a sacrifice fly back in the first, an RBI fielder's choice ground ball in the third, and he grounded out to third on a check swing back in the fifth. That was one of the big at-bats of the game. Big loopy curveball in for a called strike. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Just outside. Went back to that breaking ball. It's 1-2. In the seventh for Pacelli, they're going to have Renke, Schober, and Flaker 6, 7, and 8. Question is, how many runs are they going to need to try and get across? Runner goes to third. It's in the dirt. He's going to steal third without a throw. So Hart steals third. And a big insurance run for the Blue Jays over at third base, 90 feet away. Renke's going to bring the infield in to try and make sure their defense is set up properly. You got to think they got to bring the infield in now with 2 strikes and still just 1 out. Cut that run off. So 2-2 once the meeting adjourns. On Aiden Smith. Hammerly goes out to second base. Looks like he's going to play back with Badoon, double play depth. Corners will be in. Tomas Uemura. That one is down, and taking second on a stolen base will be Holland. And the count runs full. So now the infield's got to come in. Full count, 1 out. Chopper to third. The run's going to try and score. Throw to the plate is late. He's got it. What b***ing. Throw to third is late, and it's into left field. Throw it away. And now they will scramble back to third. But what base running by Luke Hartz. Smith gets his 3rd RBI and an out today. Hartz singled, stole second, stole third. And then he waited for Schober to commit to the throw to first and got in easily ahead of the throw from Opper. 5-0 Blue Jays. There's a fly ball into right. Flaker is there. The catch on Maligue, and the inning is over. But a huge insurance run comes across for the Johnson Creek Blue Jays on 1 hit and 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Pacelli 3 outs away, and they need 5 runs. The Blue Jays 3 outs from a state championship on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
You hear the dramatic music. That means it's the bottom of the 7th. 3 outs left for Johnson Crick to try and win their second state championship. And they will turn it over to Aiden Smith. The junior will come in relief after 6 shutout innings of 2-hit baseball from Doug Hartwig, who went through. Hartwig went 7 2/3 this week. Gave up 2 hits and no runs during that time. Got a win on Tuesday. He's on pace to get a win here today. For Aiden Smith, he's going to make his 9th appearance in 34 2/3 innings. He's got a 2.08 earned run average, 4-2 record, 34 strikeouts during that time. He's going to have to go through the bottom of the order, 6, 7, and 8, and try and not allow 5 runs. Eric Renke will lead things off. He's 0 for 2. He flew into a double play his last time on a fly ball to deep left on one of the plays of the tournament from Brady Fincutter. First one is just a bit outside all the way to the backstop. It's 1-0. 1-0. That's in there. Strike 1 called. If it wasn't for Luke Hartz or Holland, Smith would have a case for the player of the game today. He has driven in 3 of the 5 runs. He's 0 for 3. Now trying to close it out. Outside with a fastball. 2-1. Luke Hartz, the center fielder, has made some nice plays defensively, but then he's 3 for 3. He's been on base 4 times, scored 3 of the 5 runs. And then Zach Holland, 3 for 3. A home run shy of the cycle. So that's outside. It's 3-1 on Renke. The top of the order has been stellar. The top 3 hitters. Really top 4 with Smith's RBIs. For Johnson Crick that have got him now 3 outs away from a state championship. Renke will take strike 2 on the outside corner. Pacelli looking for base runners any way possible. They need 5 in this inning. Blue Jays only hit column 8-2. The run column 5-0. Neither team has committed an error. And a swing and a miss. Elevated fastball at the letters, and Renke is out number 1. 1 down for Sully Schober. Schober 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground ball. First one, strike 1. Nothing in 1 on Schober. Swing and a miss. It was late on that one. It's 0-2. Smith out of the windup. Outside, 1-2. Didn't miss by much. That hasn't been a strike all day. It's been a very consistent zone from home plate umpire Mike Breed. The 1-2. Strike 3 called, the low outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Smith. And now the Blue Jays are 1 out away, and it'll be up to sophomore Bryce Flaker to keep the season alive for the Pacelli Cardinals. Flaker today has popped up to short twice. The first pitch is down and away, ball one. Strike one. Fastball is right in there. Hammerly has to get to the plate for Pacelli to have a chance. He's 5 batters away. Johnson Creek went to the state tournament in 1953. They won it in 2007. Made it in 2012. As that one popped up on the infield, foul ground, Holland the catch. And for the second time in school history, the Johnson Creek Blue Jays are the WIAA baseball state champions. They dogpile down the first baseline as they pick up a 5-0 win and win their first title since 2007 in their 6th appearance here at the state tournament. Johnson Creek, the Kings of Division 4 here in 2025. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, no runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Pacelli Cardinals, who will get a silver ball back in Stevens Point. What a performance by the Blue Jays, led by that top of that order. Luke Hartz, Tanner Herman, Zach Holland, Aiden Smith. All were exceptional today, and Aiden Smith closes it out with the pop-up, and it was Holland making the final catch as the senior wraps up his career with the game ball. Stay tuned, your Nasonville Dairy post-game show is on the way next. We'll wrap things up here and wrap up our high school season here on Zaleski Sports, and that is coming up next.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
For the second time in school history, the Johnson Creek Blue Jays rule Division 4. They are state champions, picking up a 5-0 win here in the Division 4 state championship game as the medals are being given out right now to the Pacelli Cardinals. And a great season for the Cardinals. We'll end with a 26-5 record. Congratulations to seniors Melise Badoon, Lucas Hammerly, Braden Flaker, Kelton Opper, Tomas Waymura, Nathan Reimer, Zach Yaide, as they wrap up their Cardinal careers here this Thursday morning here in Appleton. A lot of hugs around from the coaching staff to these players, especially to these seniors. And for the Johnson Creek Blue Jays, again, they win their second state championship. Congratulations to seniors Tanner Herman, Doug Hartwig, Zach Holland, Colin Schmidt, and Charlie Ruoff for Coach Mark Blakely. And the Blue Jays, as Wayne Sankey gets the second place trophy, that will head back into the trophy case at Pacelli High School in Stevens Point. And what a game, and a big thank you to everyone who has joined us today. And over the course of the season, this was high school game, WIAA game, 1,281 of the 2024-25 school year. Absolutely incredible that you have let us bring you over 1,200 games going back to last August. And we're not done. We'll have American Legion Baseball, Adult League Baseball, Legion Softball, as well as being back in the fall with football, volleyball, soccer, and so forth. So that being said, we're going to wrap things up here. This has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Get those fresh cheese curds made daily. And Marshfield Curtis and NasonvilleDairy.com. For Jason Zaleski down on the field, for Dan Lau here in the press box, this is Mike Wendland saying so long, everyone. Thank you for letting us bring 1,281 games to you guys this year, and many, many more on the way here on Zaleski Sports. And congratulations to the Johnson Creek Blue Jays, the Division 4 baseball state champions here in 2025. So everyone stay cool, stay safe, and we'll talk to you next time with plenty more sports on the way on Zaleski Sports. Good afternoon.